Greetings and salutations. Let me know in the chat, can you hear me? Can you see me? I can see me at least on my end. Going to give it the benefit of the doubt.
But I helped him drink his wine, and he always had somebody fine wine, singing joy to the world. Oh, boys and girls, now joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea, joy to you and me. Singing joy to the world. All the boys and girls, joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea, joy to you and me. You know I love the ladies, love to have my fun, my high life flyer and a rainbow rider, a straight shooting son of a gun. I said a straight shooting son of a gun. Oh, singing joy to the world. Oh, the boys and girls, joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea, joy to you and me. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea, joy to you and me.
Yeah, Zach. Tuning in standard A440. All right, let's take a quick swipe through the chat, see who's here. Christina Beelan, first one here. Hello, darling. Joe Warren, my mom Pam is here. Daryl Mills, how you doing, man? Melissa Catano, Zachary White, and Dave Hill. Amanda Benjamin. Excellent show last night, Amanda Benjamin. Emily Thatcher, tuning in from Disneyland. Hello, Terry Smith. Paul Cargadilla, driving home from work, I expect. Anna Ginavola, hello. Got off work on time, right on. Joe Warren with the frog and the fishies and the emoticons. Yes, I guess I learned that at Christmas because Christina suggested that I play that for my Christmas show. Was that Christmas Eve or was that Christmas Day? That was Christmas Eve. I remember now. David Benjamin's here. Aaron Powell, hello. Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back. Lovely you could be here with us. Good evening, good evening. Dari is employed working on her play Kinky Boots. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah. Tea and rum. We're going with that tonight. Or rum and tea. So, welcome to LoveCast 99. Next week, for LoveCast 100, I'm going to be joined. I'm going to conjugate all the ways you could mispronounce joined. I'm going to be joined by Joey Delgado of the Delgado Brothers. Now, if you don't know this band and you are within the reach of the sound of my voice between now and next week, go to, let's say Spotify, whatever is easiest for you to grab, and listen to a Delgado Brothers album. I challenge you. I dare you. You're going to love it. It is just straightforward blues of the best caliber possible. And of all the human beings, of all the guitar players that I have met in my tours and road experiences, Joey Delgado, without exaggeration, is one of, if not my very favorite player of all time. He is just incredible. Just incredible. And yeah, Terry Smith. I listen to the Delgado Brothers all the time. I remember Terry specifically knowing my T.O. Joe already. Yeah, I think the last original music video that I uploaded to YouTube on Hunter's Acoustic Cabin was a duet with Joey Delgado. So we will be also playing Salt Whiskey next week. There we go. Due diligence plug. On to more music. Oh dear. You can see like the tape lining my best guitar. It's like when you tape your glasses, or like when you put a Band-Aid or something like that on your sports car. Oh, it's just getting painful. It's definitely time to upgrade, but all things when you can afford such things. All right. This next song. The quick answer to Zachary. A thing with Martins that I've seen sometimes is that the black binding that separates the soundboard from the side panel. This black binding, like the glue that adheres this down, comes loose, and so that's why the binding on the back of mine, you can see there's painter's tape back there. If that binding comes loose, then it starts rattling in a really conspicuous way. And when I was practicing today, the binding on the other side of the soundboard was like rattling in a way that I couldn't ignore it, and it was just like it was all in the sonic space, and I just had to tape it down. So there it is. It's not damaged. I just need to get it re-glued or ask a proper luthier what glue I should use and repair it myself. So, next song is just a nice feel-good, happy song by America.
First part of the journey, I was looking at all the life. There were plants and birds and rocks and things. There was sand and hills and rings. The first thing I met was a fly with a buzz in the sky with no clouds. The heat was high and the ground was dry, but the la 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 la. After 2 days in the desert fun, my skin began to turn red. After 3 days in the desert fun, I scaled the river bed. And the story told me of a river that flowed and made me sad to think he was dead. See, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. Felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain. La 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 la. After 9 days, I let the horse run free, 'cause the desert turned to sea. They were plants and birds and rocks and things. They were sand, hills and rings. Oh, the ocean is a desert with its life on the ground and the perfect skies above. Under the cities lies a hard metal ground, but the humans will give no love. You see, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. Felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Yeah.
America.
Thank you, America. This plays in the Friends episode that Joey's movie gets canceled. I don't remember. I didn't remember that. What Joey had a movie that got canceled? I didn't. The only remember. So I remember Joey being Dr. Drake Ramore on the whatever the silly soap opera he was featured in, and then yeah. What kills me about that whole scenario is Joey, the character on Friends, is an extremely successful actor because of what Friends is, playing an unsuccessful actor. And yet just with his like anecdotal, oh, I got a part sort of things, the frequency by which he landed parts would have actually declared that guy as a reasonably successful actor to be like working in soap operas and, you know, like stuff as often as he was getting, even though that was like the laughable thing as to how infrequently he was booking gigs. He was a successful actor playing an unsuccessful actor who was actually a successful actor but was portrayed as an unsuccessful actor. It's just, oh, the loopiness is the inherent recursive loops are just, oh, it's just hard. Joey goes to Vegas to act in a movie and finds out when he gets there that the movie's been canceled. Oh, wow. All right. I went to a years ago, before Hunter and the Dirty Jacks, I was booked to play at a huge motorcycle rally, Sturgis, world's largest motorcycle rally. I was booked to play there with a band. I was additionally booked as an acoustic solo act, but the whole point of my going out there was to play in a band, and they flew me out there, so I wasn't like out of pocket. But after I was there, the band got canceled. And so like now I'm kind of here and just like, oh, what do I do now? Yeah, I ended up still like getting paid as a just as a soloist. So the one time that I played Sturgis, was I was there on like weird pretenses, because like the solo acoustic thing was supposed to be this sidebar, and that ended up being like the only thing. But you know, they put me up, they fed me, they flew me out, they flew me back. How awful would that be if they like refused to fly me back and I'm like hitchhiking back to LA with my guitar or something like that. It could have turned out worse. Yeah, funny enough, Paul, actors don't just constantly work. Yeah, strangely enough. Strangely enough. All right. Thank you, Patty Pinkstaff. Doing the trifecta. Pretty please, everyone. Click like, click share, click save. Yes, Karen Oliver, that is indeed where I wrote South Dakota Rain. You know what? More specifically, it's where I came up with the concept for South Dakota Rain. It's where I came up with the title and like the hook of the chorus. Because yes, it rained and it hailed, and at one point I was actually at one point at Sturgis that year, we all had to like shelter in a crazy way because like a big hailstorm and tornadoes started ripping through, and I was sleeping in a trailer as it was. So like we all know about tornadoes, or I don't know, when I say we all know, I'm from the Midwest, and like it's a cliche in the Midwest that tornadoes are apparently attracted to trailer parks. So like the last place you shelter in a tornado is a trailer. And so like I've got nothing but like a mobile home trailer to go shelter in, and like a bunch of us are in this sort of like tin roofed big warehouse type shed thing instead, which is like, well, this is no shelter, but at least the hail isn't denting our skulls before the tornado comes and kills us. Like I'm not gonna say that I was convinced I was gonna die, but I did actually call a couple of good friends and my parents just to say, this is probably nothing, but I just wanted to tell you I love you. I'm sure I'll be home next week, but you know, in case I'm not, there's this whole South Dakota rain happening here that, you know, it's a non-zero chance, not likely, non-zero chance it might kill me. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, don't think too much of it. Yeah. Yeah, strange but true. All right. From the group Simple Minds. Hey, this made it to the Breakfast Club soundtrack in 1985. This is Don't You Forget About Me.
Hey, 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 hey. Ooh, hey, hey. Won't you come see about me? I'll be alone, dancing, you know, baby. Tell me your troubles and downs, giving me everything inside and out. You know, love strange, so breathe in the dark. Think of the tender things that we're working on. Slow change may pull us apart. When the light gets into your heart, baby, don't you forget about me. Don't you forget about me. When you stand above me, look my way and never love me. Rain keeps falling down, 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 down. Will you recognize me? Call my name or walk on by. Rain keeps falling down, 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 down. Hey, 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 hey. Ooh, oh, oh, oh. Don't you try and pretend it's my beginning when we're in the end. I won't harm you, won't touch your defenses, vanity, insecurity. Don't you forget about me. I'll be alone, dancing, you know, baby, going to take you apart. I'll put us back together in heart, baby. Don't you forget about me. Don't you forget about me. As you walk on by, will you call my name? As you walk on by, will you call my name? When you walk away, when you walk away, I say la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la.
Yeah. Oh, I see it's aphid season. Little psychedelic furs. Oh dear, Terry's having an orchid disaster here. Aphids everywhere. I know Mom has a perfect solution to that. Super chat from Emily Thatcher, Hunter freaking Ackerman. You're amazing. Love you, friend. I love you too, Emily Thatcher. Thank you so much, darling. Thank you for that super chat. That's lovely. That's a picture of you, your profile picture. Is that you playing the ukulele in the Emery's backyard? I think I was physically present for the taking of that photo, right? Alrighty. At the live show in July. Cool. All right. So, Ruth Sanchez, Joe Warren, I got those names out of order, but you know who I'm talking to, knows this next song quite well. I played this about six weeks ago. God, was it 6 weeks ago? When I was up at Tim Bloom's recording in his home studio. And yeah, this is a Tim Bloom song that I know Joe Warren knows and loves. The song is called Lift the Trunk. Front door, we pray they don't rise up no more. I saw the kid walking up the track. I raised my bird and changed my tack. He come back down and he pulled alongside. He was not looking for a ride. He said, my friend Quaid, he punched you down. I said, yes he did, is he around? You tell your friend Quaid that he punched just fine. He blacked out both these eyes of mine. Boys, lift the trunk, hey, lift the trunk. The wheels are broke, our shirts are soaking. Boys, lift the trunk and pray that they piss. If sweat was gold, we'd all be famous. Woo-hoo! The girls were there for the warm-up call in the lobby of the opera hall. They saw you there and they called you over to sing on the white cliffs of Dover. I got too close to the wall. Oh, someone's animal had gained control. I can't tell you whose mule it was, but she blushes when her Jenny does. Boys lift the trunk, it lift the trunk. The leaves are broke, our shirts are soaking. Boys lift the trunk and pray that they piss. If sweat was gold, we'd all be famous. Woohoo! Lift the trunk. Perhaps my favorite Tim Bloom song. Definitely in the top 3. Love that song. Man, I love that song. So, sometimes anxiety becomes absurd. Sometimes the words, "there's nothing to fear but fear itself," just kind of resound in your mind if you're paying attention. I think I'm kind of on the precipice, on the crux of the anxiety isn't worth whatever it is that I'm worried about losing, and I don't even remember that anymore. And you just gotta shrug and say, fuck it, life is a bowl of cherries. Laugh at it as it all as you go. That was easier when I was a teenager. But I kind of found myself doing something similar recently and trying to reduce my sort of internal day-to-day, hour-to-hour anxiety. This is a strange transition. Yeah, it's a strange transition of conversationally. Forgive me. I'm in a, to be perfectly transparent, I'm in a bit of a strange place in life right now. So I'm going to just use that moment to thank folks who dropped into the virtual tip jar from LoveCast 97 last week. Those folks were Nick and Christy Davila, Ned Clark and Benny Shoyan, Ed and Susie Marsh. Gonna wave at Susie. Emily Thatcher, who dropped into a super chat tonight. Oh, other there. And one anonymous donor. Thank you, Joe Warren. Doors close, many windows fly open. Yeah. Yeah. Right on. In like the personal business of life, I'm happy to announce that the building of the library is coming along very well, and I am also, I don't remember if I've said this in person. I'm building a vocal isolation booth, vocal isolation booth, vocal isolation studio, whatever words you would prefer, for singing and for voiceover, so I can take greater economic control over my life and use this great microphone and the voice that I've trained up till now. Emily Thatcher, looking forward to seeing you next weekend too. You're going on the cruise, right? That's what you're talking about, the cruise. We've got our Polly's Picnic cruise departing from, what is it, San Pedro, I believe, on April 1st. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Emily, I hope you and Christina coordinate as to what our, like, Christina, what do you call that when you the extras that are like kayaking or zip lining or hiking to bars, which I don't think is really hiking. I think that's just walking to breweries. Yeah, Emily, I hope you and Christina coordinate and you can join us for whatever off the boat excursion that we take. That would be lovely. All right. Haven't played this one for a while, not since probably October or so. But yeah, extracurricular indeed. Joe Warren, you should come on this. Ruth Sanchez, Josefa. It'd be neat, and I don't think it's too late. And Emily and Paul are going to do a duet. And Paul and I are going to do a duet. It's going to be neat. It's going to be neat in that low pressure vibe of like, let's all just do something crazy and extraneous and fun. All right. This is an Elliott Smith song. This is called Behind the Bars.
Drink up, baby, stay up all night with things you could do. You won't, but you might. The potential you'll be, you'll never see. Promises you'll only make. Drink up with me now. Forget all about the pressure of days. And I'll make you okay and drive them away. Images stuck in your head. People you've been before, then you don't want around anymore. They push, shove, and won't bend to your will. I'll keep them still. the stars. I'll kiss you again between the bars when I'm seeing you there. With your hands in the air, waiting to finally be caught. Drink up one more time, and I'll make you mine, keep you apart. Deep in my heart, separate from the rest, where I like you the best. Keep the things you forgot. People you've been before, then you don't want around anymore. Push and shove won't bend to your will. I'll keep them still. Drink up, baby, and look at the stars. Kiss you again between the bars when I'm seeing you there. With your hands in the air, waiting to finally be caught. Drink up one more time, and I'll make you mine, keep you apart. Deep in my heart, separate from the rest, where I like you the best. Keep the things you forgot. People you've been before, then you don't want around anymore. Push, they shove, won't bend to your will. I'll keep them still.
Yeah. Melissa Catano, where's the conversation about ziplining? We're looking at kayaking or ziplining at the moment. Melissa says, I need tame excursions, LOL. I'll leave the adventures for you young people. I gotta say, Christina and I have got further discussions to figure out what we're going to do for an excursion here, but I would say, honest to God, ziplining is a tame excursion because gravity is doing the work here. I've set up a few zip lines in my life as a rock climber and as a rigger and just as an engineering physicist, and it's not nearly as extreme as you think. You kind of slide, it's like going down a slide, except that the slide is above your head as a cable instead of under your butt as a long piece of steel. It's not a mountain biking excursion. Kayaking, you actually have to paddle for, and we might do that. But if we do the ziplining thing, I've never done a commercial zip. My total disclaimer: I've never done a commercial zip line, like we're discussing for this thing. I was like completely disenfranchised from the suggestion until a couple hours before this show tonight, where I'm thinking like, you pay how much for what, a 90-second ride down a steel cable? That is not like good value as far as I'm concerned. And then Christina explained to me that it would be like a series of those, and you go through the jungle, and so like, all right, I'm definitely open for that possibility. But ziplining is not physically demanding. I'll say that. Because again, it's gravity. You sit down into a harness and there's like no, if you physically passed out and just and your whole body just let go and hung limp, nothing worse than you passing out would then happen to you. It's like, it should be that safe. And okay, not gonna go on any further there. But it should be that simple. Really, truly, honestly. Going to be that easy. But yeah, we're going to do some more, or rather, Christina is going to do some more research and find out if it is indeed as simple as how I describe it. No, there will be no passing out. That is not the default plan. That is just to say, if you completely lose all control of your body, unlike skydiving where you have to be conscious to pull your own ripcord, I think even with zip lining, you wouldn't even need to be so conscious as to have to pull your own zip cord. Nothing would happen. You just hit the end of the zip line and there you are. So, whatever. It's as I understand it, it's kind of an exploration of a rainforest, and part of it you see in fast motion as you go downhill. All right. Here's a simple feel-good song by the Eagles. And a good reminder, take it easy.
Hey, Jeremy. When I'm rolling down the road trying to loosen my load, I got 7 women on my mind. Oh, one on me, 2 wanna stone me, 1 says she's a friend of mine. Take it easy, take it easy. Don't let the sound of your own wheels drive you crazy. That enough when you still care. Don't even try to understand. Just find things to make your stay. Take it easy. Well, I'm standing on the corner in Winslow, Arizona. Such a fine sight to see. It's a girl, my load in a flatbed Ford. Slow down and take a look at me. Come on, baby, don't say maybe. I gotta know if your sweet love is gonna save me. We may lose and we may win, though we will never be here again. So open up, I'm climbing in. I'm taking it easy. I'm running down the road, trying to loosen my load. I got a world of trouble on my mind. I'm looking for a love who won't blow my cover. She's so hard to find. Take it easy, take it easy. Don't let the sound of your own wheels drive you crazy. Come on, baby, don't say maybe. I gotta know where your sweet Gotta take it easy. Gotta take it easy. Gotta take it easy. Gotta take it easy.
Yeah. Okay, I'm like looking at the chat again. Christina says, I've been ziplining a bunch of times, and it sounds like the ziplining I've done has been more intense than what Hunter has experienced. I guarantee that that is the case, yes. But it's kind of also like, how does intensity compare to your baseline? Like, how does ziplining compare to like skydiving or rock climbing or bungee jumping? It's kind of like, compared to what? That's not to downplay the thrill that might be in store for us should we choose this excursion. For me, personally, if we choose this excursion, I know the fun, cool part is going to be, it's more like an eco tour from an elevated, like you get to see a lot of jungle from a high vantage point. That to me sounds awesome. The speed is kind of incidental. Simple as that. And Jeremy is asking, Christina, have your experiences been 1 or 2 cable lines? I can say also, I can chime in there, the zip lines that I have personally been involved in setting up have always been a 1-line zip line. And yeah, with the 1 line, you can turn sideways, you can flip, you can just, all kinds of things. Yeah. I've never seen the zip line in Catalina. I'm curious. It's been a lot of years since I've been to Catalina. I've been to Catalina a lot of times, and it's been a lot of years since I've been there. Yeah, because you're so, I think it's really fun, babe, also because you're so high up. Yeah. No, I get that. Totally get that. Is that, again, the appeal to me is that, yeah, you could see like a bunch of jungle from high up. I'm into plants, I'm into ecosystems, I'm into jungles, I'm into top-down points of view. So, yeah, sounds awesome in that description. Going to play one more for you all this evening. Haven't played this in a while. So, damn. This song is slightly older than I had realized. I made a little note on the sheet music here. This is a Bob Seger song. From 1973. And damn, I relate to this song so personally. I can't. I've always been able to relate to this particular song, but maybe even more so right now than ever. Yeah, it's the tuning song. Exactly, Jeremy. Exactly. Yes. All right. From 1973. This is called Turn the Page. On the lonesome highway east of Omaha, listen to the engines howling out their one-note song. So think about the woman or the girl you knew the night before. But your thoughts will soon be wandering where they always do. And you were riding 16 hours, there's nothing much to do. You don't feel much like riding, you wish the trip was through. See, here I am on the road again. Here I am up on the stage. Here I go, playing the star again. Here I go to be. Where you walk into this restaurant, strung out in the cold, feel the eyes upon you as you're shaking on the cold. You pretend it doesn't bother you, but you just want to explode. Yeah, most times you can't hear me talk, but other times you can. Oh, the same old cliche. Is that woman or man? And you always seem outnumbered. Yeah, don't dare make a stay. See right here on the road again. There I am up on the stage. Here I go, playing the star again. There I go to be. Oh, I'm there in the spotlight. You're a million miles away. Every ounce of energy you try and give away as the sweat pours down your body like music that you play. Later in the evening as you lie awake in bed, the echoes and the amplifiers ringing in your head. You smoke the day's last cigarette, remembering what she said. See, here I am, on the road again. Here I am, up on the stage. Here I go, playing the star again. There I go, to breathe. Here I am, on the road again. Here I am, up on the stage. There I go, and start again. There I go, down the page. There I go, down the page. There I go, there I go. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us here this evening. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate each and every one of you that join in just to watch. And even more, the folks who just drop a little tidbit in the chat and continue this community. I love you all.